Have 7 days left. 7 days. 7 days left. And that's it. Your time is over. Game over. Imagine if somebody came over and said that. In the ancient times of India, 5,000 years ago, there was a great king, Parikshit. And that great king, in that great Vedic civilization, was bitten by a snake. It was prophesied. At the time he was bitten by a very poisonous snake, a great sage came to him and said, "You now have 7 days left. That's it." This great kingdom that he had, the great control he had over the nation of India and beyond. India was much bigger in those days. Don't believe these Western historian books. That great nation that he controlled, this great land that he had, the wealth, the riches, the people, the subjects, the love, the adoration, is all gone. All gone in 7 days. And he was faced with a dilemma. What do I do in these last 7 days? Do I squeeze the enjoyment out of these last 7 days? What would you do? Would you squeeze the enjoyment? Would you make love to everyone and everything and buy anything that you want? Go on the holidays that you want? What would you do? Would you say, "I'm sorry" to the people that you've hurt? Would you write your will and plan your inheritance taxes so you can leave it behind? What would you do with those last 7 days? But I've got an even more important question. Who would you be in those last 7 days? Who would we be? How would you want to show up in those last 7 days? What example would you want to leave? What legacy? Because if you only have 7 days left on this planet, if I only had 7 days, what would you do? How would you live those days? And how focused would it be on your own needs and wants versus the needs and wants of the people that you care about versus leaving a legacy, or all three? Here's what Parikshit did. The great king, the great emperor Parikshit, decided to renounce his kingdom. He had been training his offspring and his executives, and he delegated the entire kingdom to them and decided there and then, I will take my wife and I will leave and I will renounce this kingdom, this worldly life, and I will spend the remaining 7 days in spiritual inquiry, in understanding the nature of myself, in answering the key questions that Socrates, Plato, so many of these great scholars and philosophers have asked. What are you here for? What is the purpose of this life? You know, Socrates said, an unexamined life is not worth living. He decided there and then that these 7 days must be dedicated to the pursuit of human excellence. That doesn't mean material excellence. That means the pursuit of transcending this material world and identifying with our spiritual selves. That's what he decided to do in the last 7 days. Could you or I do that? I don't know if I could do that, but I'm sure as hell inspired by what he did. So what's your 7 days look like? What would it mean? And once you understand what you do in those 7 days and who you'd be, I want to leave you with this. How can you bring some of that energy and that thought process and that consideration and that beingness into your lives today to enrich it and to enrich the lives of the people you care about? I hope that's of value. As always, check out the podcast of the same name, Urban Spirituality, on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share, and share this wisdom, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Peace out. Namaste.